Hey, what's going on YouTube? Thought I'd make a Memorial Day weekend video and give you guys a little update on everything that I'm growing. So let's start up here on the deck and I'll show you. So as you can see, right here I got my little carrots. They seem to be doing pretty good. I really don't see any sign of my pepper plants unless these are it. So I'll have to wait and see. Now the peas in my containers that I built, this side's not doing too bad. Now this side of here is looking wretched. I don't know if they got too much water for too long or they haven't had enough water, but it looks like they're kind of struggling with some kind of water issue. So, and then I've got these over here. They seem to be doing okay. Remember my little tomato plants that I planted with seed? Seems like they're doing really well. And this is a mix of dirt from out here and some topsoil. And I'm pretty happy with these little dudes. I've got two more little dudes in cups. And that's one of the ones I did by seed too. And I've got another one over there. Not doing too bad. I'm getting ready to transplant those. But here's some that's a mix of dirt from around here in the yard and some, you can see, bits and pieces. And these have never done anything other than this. I don't understand what the deal is. So maybe they'll pull out of it if I transplant them. Now here, I had some more tomato plants that I put in this bucket. Are doing exceptionally well. And all the other seeds that I planted in the little planter that I had inside, none of them, well, they all sprouted pretty much. And then I left them out here for a day. And I guess it was just too hot. And they baked and died. So I took all that dirt and all that, those seeds that I thought were dead, I put them in this bucket. It's like a trash bucket, but one that saves the dirt. And I looked in here this morning, and I've got a tomato plant, and I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what these are either. I'm thinking this might be green beans, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this right here, I think this might be maybe a cucumber or a zucchini plant. And I don't know what him is, but as you can see, this one, he's just kind of growing a little sideways and doing something kind of funny. So, not really sure what's going on, but I'm interested to see how this does. That's kind of neat. So let's walk on over to my other stuff. Now, pardon the mess because I've been transplanting stuff and doing other stuff around here. Here are my beets. And I put them underneath here because they were just getting a little too much sun. And so I let them kind of recover a little bit. And this pot here is doing really well. This one here, he's surviving. And here are my cauliflowers. I've got a couple that are doing good. And this one and one in the corner are the weakest ones. So I'm hoping these guys kind of pull through and something comes out of that. As you can see, my ornamental grass I had a neighbor give me. I've been in the process of transplanting. And this here, if I can remember, I think that is a zucchini, maybe. Then I got that tomato plant and those other 3. They seem to be doing pretty good. I've still got to get my rock and close this in. Here are my peas over here that are just doing very nice. And they say that peas can do full sun pretty well, if I remember correctly. But these right here are doing really nice. And I built this little string thing here, because as they get long enough, I'm kind of wrapping them around the string so they got something to grow on. But that's as far as my vegetables and stuff go. But my ornamental grass, I've been cleaning out this ditch edge here and planting my grasses. That way next year, these will hopefully get big and tall and be like a privacy fence. And I'm going to go down that way along the driveway as well. Now, I had a tiller lined up, and I was going to do some tilling here because I think I'm going to make this little section more of a garden section, because it seems like the dirt is pretty good here. So, just by looking at, you know, how it's sustaining these. So, this is going to be more of a garden area here. And here, I've actually thought about turning it into all garden, or about 60% of it, but don't have a tiller. And so if I do it, I'm just going to end up making little bunches of things, kind of like where I had a pile of leaves here. I'll make this a little bit bigger and kind of break it up some and plant some stuff here. And maybe I'll do a bunch of little small circles, you know, that way I can walk in between everything. But yeah, this year I'm allowing myself to kind of mess up and experiment a little bit and see what happens. And then next year, if this works good, then I will actually make all this stretch here primarily garden, because it gets about 60-65% sun throughout the day, and then it gets some shade. So I think that'll work pretty good. I mean, the peas over here seem like they're digging it, so might see how that goes. But yeah, I'm getting behind the curve. I need to go ahead and get my corn out, which I really need some space to do the corn. But everything else I got, I'm going to try to transplant it, bring it over here, or try to save as much as I can up that's on my deck. I mean, I could plant over here across the street in that lot that I have, but I'm just kind of hesitant right now. Also have some like little cherry tomatoes that I've not ate. They've been in the refrigerator for a long time. They're non-GMO. And what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to talk with my neighbor, you know, that neighbor, see if he cares. And since none of this right here is usable, see if I can cut it down and maybe plant like cherry tomatoes and stuff right in this tall stuff. Like cut it down, and you know, I'll just throw them tomatoes out here, or just dig them in and put them in the ground a little bit and just let them rot and see if they come up next year. So I think that's kind of cool. But with all that said, that is my garden update on my I'm still getting used to my new channel name, The Manufactured Homestead. You know, a lot of people seem like they like it. They thought it's a pretty good play on words, but that's what I be doing, guys. So I hope you all have a good weekend. Excuse me. And don't forget, today is not about drinking and partying and having a good time, which is totally allowed, but you got to remember what this day is really about. So anyways, hope you guys have a good holiday weekend. I'll talk to you later.